Grand Rising, everybody. Much love and respect to everyone. We're going to start this off like we always do with some music by the sponsors. Each and every one of y'all, man. Flat motherfucking power to the Flat Power family. And shout out all my wild aborigines that know we was born in America. Let's go. Hope everybody having a good Saturday morning, man. Quick little tap in. Let's go.
Class in session. So it's time for you to get the notes. The quickest way to sell your soul is when you niggas vote. This shit I'm kicking is forbidden. Better listen, bro. A politician preaching love is the biggest joke. See what they do is use the shit as a tool. Got us focused on these fools and putting shit in our food. Fighting to free your mind is kinda hollow but true. The system make you a zombie if you follow the rules. So we rebel, but not too many live it to tell. Till they find the cheat code using digital scales. Paradise is aborted when the mission is failed. Heaven and hell collide like prison and jail. And you don't need religion just to say you awake. You even dumber than you look. You think you came from an ape. Religion needs science. Science need religion. One tell a story and the other paint the picture. But listen, nigga, if you dig a little deeper, you can find that little rabbit in the mother of the reaper. I'm the best for a reason. There's a message in the speaker when the cosmos talking. That's a blessing from the ether. One day I met the devil for real and made a deal with him. Told him all I want is the money and kept it real with him. Came in the form of a thought I couldn't build with him. Shit I was selling the fiends was really killing them. Your gun bars ain't much if your gat don't shoot. I'm strapped and bulletproof like the Batman suit. All it take is one snap to have my enemies killed. The laws in space and time, I could bend them at will. Yeah, I'm in the world that some of y'all have not seen. And living on the page that some of y'all cannot read. And right now they probably calling me cheap. Cause I decided it's enough and now I finally speak. Tell you the truth, I don't trust people who cheat. It's deeper than having sex, you give birth to deceit. If you see where this is going, this is true as can be. If you lie to the ones you love, then you do it to me. The cold word is rainy night. Niggas get wet outside, but ain't no rain in sight. They wonder where this come from. Ascension when it's all done. No reason to believe in a God when you become one. When you understand, you can get it the same. Niggas will double cross you if they get them the fame. My soul ain't for sale just to get in the game. It's dangerous, homie, just remember the name.
Part 2. Let's go.
They just wanna keep us asleep. I know this shit suck, but when the fuck when niggas wake up, I know this shit tough. Every other step you take, you get your foot stuck. Cause they go and show you the fly with some niggas pushed up. Religion is a part of the system, my nigga, listen. If you ain't got control of your soul, then you's a victim. The Pope all over the net with politicians. The same politicians who sleeping with little children. Time to make them pay for what they did to the youth. But freedom of speech is nothing when they censoring truth. You ain't gotta show shit when you live in the truth. Give it support to your presence, man. You niggas is goofy. Time to fight fire with fire. Get on some nigga shit. Time to get back. They stole all of our innocence. Some people hate the way that I talk. This shit be spicy. But say a bunch of shit that ain't true, it isn't likely. They try to say your vision ain't true, but with your sight see, the best way to tear you apart is through your psyche. I give it to you real. What you need me to say? Ask the world leaders about the oath they secretly take. It's a plan that they got to keep us legally slaves. Paid labor overwhelming when you needed a break. If you think that I'm just talking, then bitch you lost. It's a war going on like rich versus poor. The rich keep getting rich while your broke ass starve. Feeding you little pennies at that punk ass job. Thinking cause you get it in tax, you need that income. Really I'm just stating the facts cause niggas been dumb. Your emotions are controlled by a system. Cause when I make a song full of hate, niggas listen. When I make a song about love, niggas skip it. They both from the soul, so really ain't nothing different. Today you gotta give it a fight to make the hate stop. Niggas on that ignorant shit gon' get a face shot. Believe what you wanna believe.
Hey,
a lot of niggas snakes only going off of belief. A lot of shit is fake, but two cans blazing, I'm ready for damnation. So tell a slave master I'm burning the plantation. You fuck niggas like to throw pain but can't take it. So all during war these flames remain sacred. Barrel to the root of your tongue, you niggas tasteless. Lights flying over your head, it ain't a spaceship. The reason why we fully equipped was information. It led us on the path that got us out of the matrix. Unity is power beyond, we should embrace it. But you could never bathe in the truth when you were racist. Speeding off what you was taught, then the brakes slip. Then you see it's nothing you thought, that shit is dangerous. A lot of people got for what? That shit was aimless. It's kinda like a video game that took stages. Just make sure these lanes remain nameless. Hood politics part 2, my name dangerous.
Part 3 coming up. And we got a new one put out by Dangerous. We got new music by Dangerous. Quick little tap in, see how everybody weekend is going, man. Part 3. Tony Renee, much love, sister, you and the family. Always, appreciate you tapping in. Thank you. Tony Renee, Ramrod. Much love and respect to each and every one of y'all. Hopefully y'all having a beautiful weekend. Decided to tap in real quick, you know, and just wish well on each and every one of y'all, man. All is well over here. Life is good. The family good. You already know, sis. You know, we're going to continue with the music. And much love to everybody, man. Everybody have a good weekend.
Hate, they disguise it as love. We call it sensei. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear. We just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world. Many cry in this sad world. A unicorn is compared to a black girl or any child. When you mix it, making life swirl. Gems made a diamond and dance to make the ice swirl. Nigga, don't waste your time trying to hate on me. If you can't deal with your pride, then stay away from me. I don't fuck with none of that dumb shit. You heard that? Don't believe we live on the globe, nigga. The earth flat. First you gotta love yourself, then take the earth back. Find what's really important and make it worth that. Too much time in your hands lead to a dirt nap. But niggas don't keep the same energy to exert that.
What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this. And it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves.
Mind over matter, but none of that matter. When in life you're trying to climb and a nigga pull a ladder, believing in the myth when reality is shattered. The lies never end unless you serve it on a platter. America made you a slave, then call you monster. Erase everything that we paved and say we conquered. Willie lynching is a system that really harmed us. It raped women, left children without their fathers. America, land of the free, home of the great. America, cage of the beast, home of a snake. But the fight don't stop when you gone. This shit a marathon. Everything they touched in this world, they made it terraform. The best piece of advice, stay about these pigs sight. Fuck what goes on in the street. Nigga, just live life. You only get one of those, nigga. Don't play with that. Trying to dance away in the dark and never make it back. We got a lot of loving to do. Shit is getting worse. Hate run deep in these roots. It's like the shit is cursed. Murder everything you can name. The world gone berserk. Pedophilia real as fuck. It's even in the church music, we've been flaming it. No, it ain't no game with it. Just know I put my soul on the beat when you banging it. This is for the shit that I see and won't play with it. Hood politics part 3, my name dangerous.
They attack the victim, and then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him.
Yeah, make sure everybody sub up to everybody's channel, man.
This is American democracy.
Sub up to each other's channel, man. That's all I ask. Sub up to you.
Know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
Going over here to my brother Sanchez.
It's kind of like the sun coming over a
world on some bullshit.
Shining on you with its warm rays of beneficence.
Okay. I'm going to my emails right now.
Once again from the soul.
Play it while you on.
This is my notebook. Let me rip you a page that'll make you sit back and witness the plague. Got kids pitching grenades, missing the days. Guess you can't be a star sitting in the shade. And at times, life will make you sicker than AIDS. Twisting the haze, laid out wishing you prayed. Working hard, no difference is made. In a world that'll kill you and spit in your grade. The best thing a parent can say to a child: success is no restriction for age. Or we might be another nigga twisting some braids in the penitentiary, spending some days. Bad choices, plus you know how niggas persuade. Them snakes got venomous ways. And the worst thing to a man is feeling betrayed. Head above water, still get hit with a wave. Still think of my queen, get hit with a daze. Still treat us no different than slaves. This world take hearts and fill them with rage. Water seeds with hate and make them sit in a cage. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. Nothing new under the sun. Shit ain't no different today. You know I can give up what your ministers say. I won't forget the past to remember the faith. As society takes souls and send them astray, then it's the hate you got trapped deep in your heart. So in these times I fall back deep in the arts, hidden colors. Got a nigga seeking the arc, sipping tea, watching devils pull people apart. I remember an old saying: reap what you sow. On your journey, stay humble and teach what you know. And this flow ain't the shit you see at the store. It's more like the damn killer that you greet at the door. Third eye be the seed of your soul. Such a beautiful earth these demons control. Gonna make shit better if I can, cause all over the world my empire stand. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. On some bullshit.
Man, shout out my nigga Sanchez. Black motherfucking power to the Black Power family.
World on some bullshit.
All right, let me go over here. Stop screen sharing. Let me play my brother Mac 5 real quick. Bring that up. Email. Bam, it should be ready to go. Shout out to Mac V Productions. Let's go. Shout out to Mac V Productions. I got you, homie. I definitely will put it in the algorithm and in my playlist. I'm gonna share it on YouTube when I'm finished off. Got it.
What we gonna do? We the last in line, so why you like to live a life of crime?
Most of your people lost their minds,
living their future and their life behind. What we gonna do? We the last in line, so why you like to live a life of crime? Most of your people lost most of their minds, living their future and their life behind. Yo, I was trapped in a building, but perfectly fine, but not trapped in my mind, viewing life through color lines. For so many times I made these mistakes. I suffer pitfalls, heartaches, avalanches, and earthquakes. Bitten by snakes of deception. I always heard hate was the devil's weapon. What is the next one? Greed. And I taught it all to my seeds before they had the chance to talk, walk, write, or read. God don't see us in color, He sees to the heart. Don't let blatant racism tear your soul apart. I traveled that road with gravel and potholes, but yo, sisters and bro, recognize that I got soul. When a man do not, there's no need to wonder. It's his attitude that's getting them shot and many locked up, cause they can't put the rock down. I try to lift them up, but they'd rather be knocked down. I told many crime wasn't the way to go. They started hating, full of Satan, and they dissed my flow. I told them straight up, I used to do this before, but this crap killed my brother. Yo, I'm missing you, Joe, and this
Hey, shout out my brother Charles Johnson. Much love and respect, Charles Johnson. I don't know what happened, Mac B. Okay, it's at the end of the video. Shout out to Mac B, man. Let me make sure I share that, John. Share. I got you, Mac B. And I'm gonna put it in my watch later. Got you. Shout out to everybody in the house, man. Let me go back, stop screen sharing, go back. Like I said, we got some new Dangerous out, man. We got some new Dangerous out. Where's it at? Subscriptions. I think I seen it. Hopefully everybody having a good weekend, man. Flat motherfucking power to the Flat Power family. And shout out to all my Aboriginals, man. Y'all know what time it is. Much love and respect to everybody. Hopefully everybody having a good weekend, man. Good start to the weekend. The link's in the chat. If anybody wanted to come up, I thought I saved it to my watch later. What's going on here? I got Mac V. Why didn't Dangerous come up? Yeah, shout out to everybody in the house, man. I appreciate you. Links in the chat, man. But until then, we're going to go back over here to my nigga Dangerous. Let's see where I want to go. I want to go here. Sound share. Shout out to network, man. I know what time we on over here. We network. Everybody sub up to everybody, please. That's all OG acts of it. And the links in the chat. Anybody want to join?
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and Opium, fresh from the FedEx chest, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear this shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is colder, turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will. You cry. When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now and got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My eagle love getting blown like a blammer. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention. You cry. And we don't wanna hear that. Keep that over there. Gotta do better. That's if you knew better. But I don't want to bore y'all.
Thank you, Vibrant. And shout out to Network. A1 Precise.
Welcome to the upper echelon of Megatrons. And it's dangerous. Laugh now, cry later. Can that fly shit you talk manifest when you falling from a skyscraper? A headshot could be a mind changer. I'm just a nigga that could hustle the hustle, getting my side paper. You know it's over when the non-sprayer. Oh, we robbing everything that you got. We operate as personality, just like your chain. It got faker, but the bullets like the ice in your drink. They shot chasers, too much talking. You throwing in places these cops take us. Prison is a mental design for time chambers. Procrastination is a disease for time takers. When it's war, there can never be law for line makers. Suck ahead, be stupid and cross and die. Player got the full fifth, waving you down like hi hater. When your soul leave earth, you could let the sky take it, cause you thought shit was sweet. Laugh now, cry later.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's getting scary for you niggas out here, man. Know y'all feeling the pressure. This network shit, this shit real, man. Ain't nothing but real
this
shit.
Network shit, it's real.
Just gave y'all
the my niggas Great Cop, because that's exactly what we do over here. We're about network.
And now I'm about to bury you niggas, man. Yo, I'm back riding again. Dangerous and Cyphers, we gon' have to body him then. Yeah, these niggas done.
They call me
we gon' have your
network
whole crew on the run. This ain't a game, you niggas lame. Come and catch this flame, we ain't built the same. You niggas just like the cap of fame. The 40'll make your soul glow. Silencer on the end of the barrel, where the smoke blow. I need a heat check, Lilith from the logo. Smoke is out, you can smell my mojo. Fucking with Drake Cobbs, that's a no-no. This that big three, Boss Bron and D-Wade. Looking to let the heat spray. We pull up to your block like it's D-Day. We ain't playing, nigga, this ain't EA. We like wolves when the niggas see prey, and move like Neo when the niggas see strays. I type to kill the competition. Chuck the deuces, nigga, on the replay. Didn't cheat, I'm moving past you. I chuck the deuces on the replay. But y'all know what it is, man. Chris Cyphers, Dangerous, Trey Cobbs, man. This network shit ain't nothing but real shit over here, man. Nothing but real.
This network shit
y'all know how
ain't
we
nothing
get
but
down.
real shit over here, nigga. Y'all know what this is.
Network, nigga. Network forever, nigga.
Network forever, nigga. And I stand on that 10 toes down. It's about networking over here, man. I appreciate all y'all that's here.
Welcome everybody.
Because I know I'm simple.
It's just an indigenous thing. Studious, I'm an info for info. I make what's complex look simple. To reclaim my birthright, my MO. My blood ties to the land, my credentials. Turtle Island, Niji, my kinfolk. The vibration on this frequency I live for. We get sick, we don't go to hospitals. We heal ourselves with herbs and crystals. Mother Nature speaks, my soul gets tickled. We already equipped with the essentials. No Similac for my little. All my babies get the milk from mama's nipple. Raising rebels to create ripples in the system. It's not liberal. We teach the youth to go to source for they vittles. Be the B, don't be the man in the middle. That's a third party, a fifth wheel. They tell you saving a little is a big deal. Wanna trick the RZA with his own spell? Learn to conjure, then you'll pierce the veil. That's his story, I didn't write that. It's my birthright, I want my life back. Was on the wrong path, now I'm on the right track. Was in the dark, now I'm in the light, fam. My skin's divine, I love this melanin. My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. With the eye of Horus, I see infinity. Woke up like Neo, started training my abilities. I'm not a storm, baby, let me be your peace. Your protector, the enemy runs in retreat. Shout out to Sophia, born to be a steward. Bobby Hemmett and Malachi Z. York. Rod Hayes, Mama Rubber, Interstellar. Dane Calloway, Billy Carson, Young Elder. With my light codes, I'm in fight mode. For the next generation, we gon' right wrongs. Get off the merry-go, don't repeat the cycle. You in the dark cause you forgot to cut your lights on. With the lights on like Tupac on ice on. The usurper, trying to take my throne. I urge karma to drown you in a typhoon. An open book, you see what page I'm on. My skin's divine, I left this melanin. My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Believing I'm a U.S. citizen is propaganda. Had to call a brother true to correct my status. We own churches, not LLCs, they can't tax us. The government and central banking, it's all collapsing. Instead of chasing bread, we run on the bank. They'll become insolvent, we bankrupt the bank. Consumers exercising power makes them afraid. The GOV works for us, we the people, man. The Iroquois Constitution is supreme law. First Babylon, now it's England and Rome's turn to fall. Put the Pope on notice, discovery doctrine is false. At critical mass, Mother Nature gets restored. A green lantern lights my path, not a torch. At the fork in the road, you gotta choose a course. Light codes or dark secrets, what do you endorse? Me, I make you Darth Vader feel the force. Yeah, I pray this resonates with your spirit. This is meant for everyone, not just the esoteric. Atomize it, dissect the message in my lyrics. I'm a god, how could I not love my appearance? My skin's divine, I love this melanin. My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist.
Hey, my brother Enemies Public is next. Shout out to Enemies Public, man. Shout out to Enemies Public. This is what we stand on over here.
Whoa.
Hands up in the air, unified and bold. Shoulders locked tight, stories untold. This is the camaraderie, the brotherhood flow. We all stand in that for the people we know.
Field Marshal Brother Nazir, never back down. Talk your talk media, word spreads around town. Big dog, Philly OG, wisdom in his bark. Big aboriginal power, lighting up the dark. He Norfolk on the line, speaking truth through the static. Open to knowledge, mind sharp, automatic. Sure is the realest with that unbreakable stance. Bro Sanchez bringing light, giving minds a chance. Dangerous music, Drake Cobb's on the sound. DJ Cuddy spins it, our anthem hits the ground. T Wriggles, Dulcinea, voices join the crowd. Smoke signal in the air, make the ancestors proud.
Definitely gonna make you in the rotation.
Chief holiday, guiding with honor. Voodoo child, channel spirit. The feeling gets stronger, no one left behind. Every name is a torch, lighting freedom's path. As we move off the porch, every voice different, but the heart's the same. We paint our own future, signing with our names. Forged by the struggle, united by the fight. One dream, one people, together in the light.
We all rise, act for our people, open up our eyes. Linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. Hands clasped in a circle. Ancestors hear the call. Past, present, future. Together we won't fall. From the roots in the soil to the stars in the sky. Voices echo strong, let the unity fly. We all stand, we all rise, act for our people. Open up our eyes, linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. We lift each other higher. We all rise, act for our people. Open up our eyes, linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. This is for the people, our movement, our pride. This is camaraderie, we stand side by side.
Yeah, shout out my brother Enemies Public. We going over here to my nigga Dangerous. Like I said, we got some new Dangerous music that came out. Shout out to the sponsor, Dangerous Music. Let's go. That ain't right. Let's go. Thank you. New Dangerous. Shout out to the sponsor, Dangerous. New Dangerous music.
Count it as a blessing when you loosen my progression. Your life is but a flash down the barrel of my Wesson. Life and death matter when it travel your direction. Focus on these bodies trying to narrow my perception. When you talk about perfection, I'm the answer to the question. Repeat it to these niggas and they still don't get the message. Tell them get their mind right every time you check them, so it's time to move on. And the past is why I left them. They see a nigga flexing, it be having niggas stressing. I could walk it on my own and would never second guess it. I'm looking at these peasants that was hating on my presence. Fuck you niggas too, and I hope you get the lesson. These words are a weapon that I used in my discretion. They got me all wrong, so I guess that I correct them. DBD, we in here, everybody check them. Love is for the sober living, life is for the pleasure. What you spittin' is weak, I ain't into that. By the way, your girl is a freak, you never get her back. So pitiful, nothing you can really do. The music in her head is the only thing she listen to. But you niggas ain't that nice, you ain't that bright. Partner, you should think that twice. Payback, right? We gon' have a blaze at night. You was waiting to swagger jack me, nigga.
Shout out,
that right?
this goes out to all my haters.
Talking about, is it music?
All my
The more I
haters.
try to listen to your shit, it sound foolish. The way I'm styling on these dudes, I mean, it's hardly fair. Your career's looking quite dim through these Cartiers. Now it's a massacre from NY to Africa. On the creep, I could be the shadow when I'm after you. Let me try fair. Any thoughts I share? Something metal popping in your head like an idea. I took a step back and swallowed my pride. That shit killed me, but also made me hollow inside. Niggas get what they deserve. Keep thinking that you Scarface. Mind, body, and soul is nine to help you part ways. I mean, you funnier than all hell and front of your crib, I be at it like a doorbell. I'm heading out of sight, I'm drifting with the night. So don't forget my face when it's time to say goodbye. What you spittin' is weak, I ain't into that. By the way, your girl is a freak, you never get her back. So pitiful, nothing you could really do. The music in her head is the only thing she listen to. But you niggas ain't that nice, you ain't that bright.
Hey, shout out my brother Black White.
Payback, right? We gon' have a blaze at night. You was waiting to swag jack. Me nigga ain't
shout
that right.
Black White Indian. Good seeing you, brother. You already know it's much love and respect always. My brother Reclassified, the real Black White Indian. Monique Hill, much love and respect. Hopefully y'all having a beautiful weekend. You know what I mean? Much love to everybody. You know, we playing my nigga Dangerous. You know? Blue Dangerous. Goes out to all the haters. None of y'all hate on OG Philly, man. I let Dangerous speak, man. Man, shout out to day one sponsor, Dangerous. Where we gonna go? We gonna go back over here. Hopefully everybody having a good weekend. Tap in, the links in the chat. Anybody can come up. You know, everybody sub to everybody. The network, you already know what's going over here. We about networking and getting the information out to the people, man. So shout out to network. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. We going back over here to some music over here, man. Before the internet. Tell them again.
Niggas been getting stacks.
Tell them again. That's why I don't gotta ask for donations.
Before the internet, they was chasing after bags. Before the in the kitchen, nigga whip it like that. Before the internet, I was really getting cash. Wasn't no counted on no camera, I was stuffed it in the stash. Hey, before the internet, we was really selling crack. We was at the Benford house, they had dolphins in the back.
Shout out to my OG Holiday, DJ Cut.
911/240, that's 240 for them geekers. Kinfolk throwing up them bees, they were banging like a speaker. Look, we barely went to church, cause we was slanging to the preacher. Name green polo, down slanging thing up in my teacher. After school up in the gym, I used to bang behind the bleachers. Mama didn't know what we were.
Yeah, that grown people
breaking bass up in the beaker, cooking crack cocaine with creatures. Hey, before the internet, niggas been getting stacks. Nigga, before the internet, niggas been getting cash. Nigga, before the internet, niggas been getting whacked.
This my motto right here.
Uncle threw his body across the track. Hey, before the internet,
I've been a real
nigga
nigga.
with a killer. Had a shootout and a fight. It wasn't no back and forth on Twitter. Wasn't no arguing on computers. I was fucking with his sister, so I knew just what it was whenever I ran into that nigga. Hey, before the internet, they didn't have no OnlyFans. I was renting out my bitches, had them bringing back them bands. Pull that paper out that pussy, put that paper in my hand. I'm not trying to be your lover, bitch, I'm trying to be your friend. Hey, before the internet, women been getting stacks, nigga. Before the internet, pussy power, that's a fact, nigga. Before the internet, bitches ass been fat. They just utilize the web and turn computers to the trap, nigga.
Real rap.
They just utilize the web and turn computers to the trap, nigga. Yeah, hey, we just utilize the web and turn computers.
I'm an OG before the internet. We're gonna play that motherfucker back, man. That's real shit right there. How about DJ Cut, Chief Holiday, my OG. Much love and respect, just Dad, Grand Rising.
Before the in the kitchen, nigga whip it like that. Before the internet, I was really getting cash. Wasn't no counted on no camera.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't ask for donations, because I've been getting it for a minute. Before the internet. That's real right. Let's go.
I was stuffed it in the stash. Hey, before the internet, We was really selling crack. We was at the Bedford House. They had dolphins in the back. Before the internet, we was slanging out them beepers. 911/240, that's 2440 for them geekers. Kinfolk throwing up them bees. They were banging like a speaker. Look, we barely went to church, cause we was slanging to the preacher. Name Green Polo.
Shout out my brother Enemy Public, Grand Rise.
School up in the gym, I used to bang behind the bleachers.
Wolf, good.
What we were, was no phone.
Wolf, much love and respect, brother.
Cooking crack cocaine with
links in the chat, anytime.
Niggas been getting stacks, nigga. For the internet, niggas been getting cash, nigga. For the internet, niggas been getting whacked. They killed what's the name, their uncle threw his body across the track.
That's where I come from.
I was beefing with a killer, had a shootout and a fight. It wasn't no back and forth on Twitter, wasn't no arguing on computers. I was fucking with his sister, so I knew just what it was whenever I ran into that nigga. Hey, before the internet, they didn't have the OnlyFans. I was renting out my bitches, had them bringing back them bands. Pull that paper out that pussy, put that paper in my hand. I'm not trying to be your lover, bitch, I'm trying to be your friend. Hey, before the internet, women been getting stacks, nigga. Before the internet, pussy power, that's a fact, nigga. Before the internet, bitches ass been fat. They just utilize the web and turn computers to the trap, nigga.
Let's go. I had to play that back, man.
They just utilize the web and turn computers.
I had to play that back.
Yeah. Hey, we just utilize the web and turn computers.
Shout out to my Eat Holiday, all the family. Links in the chat, any topic, man. We're gonna go to the next song. I'm on that other shit, man. Y'all already know what I'm on. Y'all already know what I'm on, man. I'm on that other shit now over here. The links in the chat, any topic. I got a couple hours to kill. Let's go.
This for them niggas in the bleachers, looking down on us as reality would have it. You could see that they beneath us. They calling us the cleaners, cause any dirt between us have me show up at your crib with some bags and the sweepers. Heard that bullshit you was rapping. Let me tell you how it happened. I played it for my niggas and them niggas started laughing. I was trying to defend you. Son, I'm being honest, but them niggas is convincing. Son, that shit was straight garbage. I'm fire all over the earth. Go ahead and tell a friend. You watered down niggas should really stay in your element. They used to be ahead of me. Now I'm in the lane they can never be. Really on the level they could never reach. I be flipping on some other shit. And right now, I'm really on some other shit. My nigga, put that on my mother shit. This still hot when it fire. Gotta grip it with oven mitts. That dirty bird is a slutty bitch. I'm not selling any jokes, homie. Who you acting funny with? A comic book is in this 100 clip. Cause niggas walk around acting like we came across some money. Nigga, this AK. I brought the ugly boys like kids showing they gifts. Niggas up in they toys. I'm from a place where people make, suffer, enjoy. This hell really exists. Niggas stuck in the void. All of this hate. Nigga, I don't know where to start, but jealousy is the reason niggas falling apart. You want beef, let's have a cookout. My bail getting took out. Misery's a house that you niggas getting put out. Think you bulletproof, let's see if playing tough really works. Bullets get riddled in you, nigga. Tell me, do they hurt? Say the word, and this shit'll get done with a smirk. Ain't no second thought, I don't give a fuck in the first.
You won't get another chance. I don't need another motherfucking chance.
I don't give a fuck.
Cause I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I said I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
You already know P. Cortez, flat motherfucking power to the flat power family, man.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I be flipping on some other shit. And right now, I'm really on some other shit. My nigga, put that on my mother shit. This still hot when it fire. Gotta grip it with oven mitts. That dirty bird is a slutty bitch. I'm not selling any jokes, homie. Who you acting funny with? A comic book is in this 100 clip. Cause niggas walk around acting like we came across a money glitch.
Hey, let me pause it. go to this next song and I'm gonna pause it. We just gonna let it play, man. Got it on the playlist.
Damn man.
Shout out my nigga Thread 3000. You know, my question, is the government really shut down? Checks is still being cut. Business is still being done. I say no, it isn't shut down. It's still functioning. Checks is getting cut. Shout out to no. Business is still being handled in the background. So is the government really shut down? Hell no, it's functioning. They're still taking taxes. But yeah, hopefully everybody good, grand rising, power to the motherfucking people. You say you concur. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I've been looking at it. It's been down, what, supposedly, allegedly, about a week now. About a week now. But yeah, hopefully everybody good, man. Let's break these spells. Shout out my nigga Threads. Let's go, man.
Spell is broken, y'all.
Anybody can hit the link.
See how we gonna do this. Spell. Shit ain't what it seems. Look. This ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. This ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems. Life ain't what it seems, life ain't what it seems. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. DJ Khaled voice, we the best. Can't dwell on it cause we manifest. I got tough skin.
I played the first one. I played it.
Put you to the test cause the spell is broken. People looking sad. I'm just in my bag. Only time I'm not it is playing tag. We ain't come off a boat, they big mad. They ain't give it to a straight zigzag. Get your lick back. Say you did that. I once gave a fuck. I had to get it back. Can't get it back. You gotta live with that. Your government is crack. Get out of here with that. Now we know who we are. They mad, they know we a star. They lied, they owe us a car. Really, they owe us the land. Recoupment, they owe us some bands. Wanna help, you owe us a hand. You silly, I know who I am. I'm an Indian, I don't give a damn. Why take problems with none of the perks? The system ain't broke, we don't know how it works. The ops ain't gonna tell you the ops is some jerks. The ops really obstacles, we was here first. I'm spitting the scripture, they call it a verse. We fit the description, they call it a curse. It's fucked up. We was really fucked like both ankles. When they try to help, I'm like, no thank you. Trust them and they gon' flank you. They ain't conquer nothing, but they did snake you. Don't sleep near me cause I will wake you. I'm really woke like pills make you. You show me love and I feel grateful. I'm not a hater, I don't feel hateful. I'ma say something, hope it reach the nation. Less appropriation, more appreciation. God created us, y'all a recreation. When you say Caucasian, all I hear is Asian. I'm a truth teller, I'm not an agent. Truth teller, I'm not an agent. I'm not foul, but the fouls is flagrant. When life's a world stage, stage it. Yeah. Right is right, wrong is wrong. We know that we can police our own. This shit ain't what it seems. Life is but a dream. Who's ever doing the asking is asking. Now we know who we are. They mad, they know we a star. They lied, they owe us a car. Really, they owe us the land. Recoupment, they owe us some bands. Wanna help, you owe us a hand. You silly, I know who I am. I'm an Indian, I don't give a damn. This ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. This ain't what it seems, this ain't what it seems. Life ain't what it seems, life ain't what it seems. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free. The spell is broken. Finally we can see. The spell is broken. We free.
Gotta break them spells.
3,000.
Yep. Wild Indian, yeah.
Yeah, let me play this real quick.
I'm a wild Indian.
We're gonna come back to that. Did say I was gonna play my brother Enemy's Public John real. the remix because I played the first one already. So let's play the remix. Let's go.
One vision.
Grand Rising, man. Hopefully everybody good this weekend. Links in the chat. Any topic. Links in the chat. Any topic.
One vision. One vision. See the facts through the schism. Unlock the algorithm trapped in this lyrical prism. I search for the truth in the rhythm and the rhyme. Planting to see the reason in the garden of time. They follow the leader. I follow the signs. Connecting the dots between all the broken lines. My dialect's a scalpel. Precise with the incision. Making the final cut. The ultimate decision.
One sound, one mic, one crew, that's the bond. From the misty dawn till the day is gone, this is camaraderie. The remix you hear now, we take a collective bow, we hold the crown somehow. One voice, one choice, we make the vision clear. The whole squad's here, conquering the fear. This is camaraderie, the power in the name. Burning like a holy flame forever in the game.
They call me Mama Chief. I bring the ground in relief, turn a new leaf, putting into all the grief. My roots run deeper than a 1,000-year-old oak. Every word I've ever spoke is fire from the smoke. Got the wisdom of the matriarch, the strength of the stone. Protecting my own on this hip-hop throne. Empress Namaste, couldn't say it any better. We stitch it all together, stronger than weather leather.
One sound, one mic, one crew, that's the bond. From the misty dawn till the day is gone, this is camaraderie. The remix you hear now, we take a collective bow, we hold the crown somehow. One voice, one choice, we make the vision clear. The whole squad's here, conquering the fear. This is camaraderie, the power in the name. Burning like a holy flame forever in the game.
Yeah. Slide like the foxy, shining by the moon. Dropping a loony tune that makes the speakers swoon. My flow was liquid silver, my aura's a gold sheen. The slickest you've ever heard, the illest you've ever seen. Shank rock with the beat, I glide on the surface, serving my purpose, making competitors nervous. Ends Parker knows the session, it's none your business. See, just the art, the mic, the beat, and the whole team with me.
It's the ciphers, decoding the matrix of the beat. Then kill switch flips, bringing indestructible heat. From Marco Power's force to the bronze god's decree. The Navi poet charged the course for all the world to see. Executive sessions, yeah, the motion is past. The legacy that's built to last, the shadow that we cast.
Yeah, the camaraderie. One vision. Mama Chief, Looney Tune, Empress Namaste, Foxy, Chris Cypher, Marco Power runs flat power guard. Executive sessions, kill switch, Shank rock, MS Park, knowing your business, Navi poet. We all here, here.
Hey, shout out to each and every one of y'all. And shout out my brother. I want to come back to the
takeover.
You know, basically, shout out to the day one sponsor, my brother Executive Session, right? I want to do one of his episodes. I've been meaning to do that, but I forgot about it. Shout out to sponsor Executive Session. Here we go. I did one. We're going to do two real quick. Shout out to the sponsor Executive Session, man. Navi Poet, much love. Verified Nation, much love. Hopefully y'all having a beautiful weekend, ladies. Much love.
Curve Servers, episode 2.
And basically, you know,
now,
like I said,
we got to go back and talk about the cracker.
You know, basically, I played episode 1 one time when I went live. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to catch us up to, he did 6 episodes. I'm going to do at least 2 and 3 today. And then we'll do 5 and 6 another day. And then I'm going to get my brother Executive Session on here because he a day one sponsor. He part of the network. Shout out my nigga Dre Cobbs. Much love and respect to you and the family. Network. That's what we on over here. Shout out the network. They call me the network general, OG Philly. But yeah, we're going to do a curve server, episode 2. Shout out to day one sponsor. If y'all haven't, make sure y'all sub up to the sponsor over here, my brother, Executive Session. Time Going TV. We're going to play episode number 2. The link's in the chat. Let's go.
House.
Power.
Yeah, the crack house.
People, man.
And when we first was introduced to the crack house. Now, remember, we was on the east side off Century Boulevard, somewhere on the east side. The Jamaicans had a crack house deep on the west side, all the way in Inglewood, on, Century and Crenshaw. And if you're familiar with the area, Century and 5th. When we first walked in, of course, we didn't know what to expect. But to be honest with you, it was just a 1-bedroom apartment, and it had bars on the doors and bars on the windows. I remember when we was first introduced to the homies that was already working the spot, the older teenagers, they start breaking down what crack was and how it was made. Yeah, see, we was in what we call school, street school. Originally, we wasn't taught on how it was made. We'll get into that on a different episode. When we first saw the crack, it was already made. It was already formed into what we call crack from powder. Powder formed crack. Powder cocaine. The first day, it was all about showing us how to cut down the crack. We was given a razor blade, and we was showed how to cut the crack down into nickels, dimes, and 20s. In this crack house, he was very specific. We mostly sold nickels and dimes. Here's how you cut a 20. Back in the days, you would take some little aluminum foil and you would wrap the rock up in an aluminum foil, a little piece of aluminum foil. If it was a dime, you would wrap that dime up in a piece of aluminum foil, but you would make sure that aluminum foil had a little tail on it. Yeah, you would pinch the aluminum foil to form like a little tail. So you could tell the difference from the $5 rocks from the $10 rocks. Let's talk about it. Inside the crack house, there was a single couch, with a reclining chair, and a TV. That was it. We didn't have no food in the refrigerator. We had to get food. I might have been like, some condiments in the refrigerator, but that's about it. The first night, the Jamaican, because it was a few Jamaicans, but this one dude who we was originally working for, he stayed with us tonight to show us the game. Now, this is how the game went. We would sit in the house, and eventually, somebody would come knock on the window. The window that's next to the door. Now remember, these windows got bars on them. So we would go to the window, look out the window, so here it was. Then we would go to the door. Now in the door, there was a little bitty hole in the screen door, just enough where you can fit your money in and we can squeeze some product back out of it. Yeah, this is how the exchange was made. The door was never to be opened. The window was a knock to let us know, because they wasn't allowed to knock on the door. You might alert the neighbors. Now, once your first crack sale has been made, you are officially what we call back in the days a D-boy. Yeah, you were called a D-boy. Because like I said, there's no food in this crack house. And we got to be able to eat. So we will have to there's a Wendy's on that corner. Now on the east side, a Wendy's does not exist. Let's make this clear. For you guys that's not from Los Angeles. On the east side of Los Angeles, we ain't got no Wendy's. But on the west side, to some east side kids, we like, let's go get some Wendy's. We ain't never had it. We only saw the commercials. You remember the Wendy commercials? Where's the beef? Yeah, y'all remember. Where's the beef? So we wanted to go get a Wendy's burger. Once you leave this crack house, you are venturing into neighborhoods that you are not from and you don't know anybody. And this was a really notorious big neighborhood that we was venturing into that we didn't realize. This neighborhood was called Crenshaw Mafia. See, at this point, we wanted to go to Wendy's just to get something to eat. And we've been in the house the whole time, so we don't quite realize where we're at, and we some youngsters. Now, we heard of Crenshaw Mafia. We from the east side. You know, the world is as big as the east side to us. This is all new. The first time we went to Wendy's, oh, it was smooth. We left, we said we couldn't wait to go to
shout out
Wendy's.
to
We mounted up, walked to Wendy's, all three of us.
Much love and respect, Shawan.
Rhino.
We listening to my
Danny
brother
Boy.
servers, executive set.
Myself. We get to Wendy's, order our little food, come on back, there's no problem. But about the third time we went to get some Wendy's, oh, we had a situation. There were some other little kids in there getting some Wendy's, and they was looking at us. And I'll never forget. And he looked at his friends, and they start whispering. So we knew any moment they're about to ask us that magical question. Y'all know what the question is. Hey, where y'all from? See, we knew that question was coming. So we did, because we already had getting our order when they came in and they started staring at us. We politely didn't give them no eye contact, slid out the side door, what they call it nowadays, power walk. Yeah, we power walked right up out of there. Yeah, we didn't just walk. We power walked back down Century trying to get to Fifth Avenue. Oh, that wasn't the end. Oh, we ventured back to Century and Crenshaw, and one time it wasn't so pretty. Matter of fact, it got real ugly. Now, when we got back, oh, there was some lessons learned. Yeah, traveling had to be well planned moving forward. See, y'all gotta remember, we in junior high. Yeah, that's the grades we was in when we first started working in this crack house. Now, when we made it back safe, we start thinking, well, damn, we got to catch the bus. Are these same kids going to be looking for us near the bus stop we catch? Because the bus stop was the first bus stop past Crenshaw. So we didn't use the bus stop that was on Crenshaw and Century. We wasn't that stupid. We used the next bus stop up. But at that point, we felt we were in danger. They knew that it was some kids around here that wasn't from their neighborhood. And they was gonna seek them out. The Jamaican took us the first night from the east side to the west side. But from every night after that, when we went to work in that crack house, we had to catch the bus. The 117. For you guys that's from Los Angeles, you know what the 117 is. We would catch the 117 and get off right there on Fifth Ave. But now, we've been located. So for the next week or so, we was bringing food with us, and we were scared to go to Wendy's. You know we had to venture back out, especially the day we had a couple of the homies from 7-4 with us. Yeah, 7-4 Hustler. They got to like us. We got to like them. We was all cool. We was a crew. We was D-boys. We was a crew. So we telling the homies, hey, no, we not using the words, we scared, but it's only common sense. We don't want to go to Wendy's no more. The homies had brought some clothes that they wanted to wash. Remember, this is a crack house. Ain't no washing machine in here, no dryer. But on the corner of Century and Crenshaw, there's a laundromat. Danny Boy was like, man, you tripping. I ain't going to that laundromat. Rhino, he trying to play tough. He's like, well, I mean, if we all going, we all going. The homies from 7-4, they more like 17, 18. Maybe a little older than that. They might have been 19. They definitely was going. They was like, man, come on, man. We finna go wash my clothes, man. Like, we ain't tripping off no little youngsters, because we tell them like these little 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds, they looking for us. We seen the way they was looking at us. They trying to ask us some questions. But they ain't tripping. They're like, man, I ain't tripping off them little kids. So we bell around to the laundromat. There's some females in there doing their laundry, not paying us no attention. One of the homies started flirting with her. He let his guards down. He started talking to her. But she sniffed him out. She said, hey, I ain't never seen you around here before. Where y'all from? See, that's a slick way of asking a question. It's when the females ask you the question like they're really curious, like they're not gang banging on you. And of course, the two homies from 7-4 make it clear that they from 7-4 Hustler. They ask Wino where he from. They say, you too? He said, no, I'm not from 7-4 Hustler. Wino say, I'm from Grape Street Watts. Yeah, that's what he say. They say, oh, really? They look at Danny Boy. Danny Boy not giving no eye contact. Danny Boy looking way the other way. They looking at me like, look at this little youngster. You can see the look on their face, the way they look me up and down. They said, okay, well, we see y'all later. Can we get your phone number? This is what the homie said. She went to go get some more of her clothes. But when she came back, she had about 17 niggas with her. Yeah. Well, at least it looked like it was 17. It's probably like 10 or 11, but it looked like it was 22 of them. It looked like it was 30 of them, 45 of them. I don't know. All I know is my heart was beating and my knees were shaking. That's what I do know. But in the crowd, there was one dude, because, I ain't got to explain how this story go. Oh, they came in ready for the smoke. They walked straight up to the homies from 7-4, because they a little older. As they starting to talk to us, like, hey, let us holler at y'all. Hey, what's happening? Hey, where y'all from? One of the dudes in the crowd, he becomes very familiar. See, if you go back to episode 1, I told you, the families from our block,
shout out to Tom B.
El Tikis, were very close. A lot of our parents knew their parents.
Appreciate all of y'all. We listening to my brother.
Some of the homies off the block used to say they was cousins with some of them when they wasn't. We just was, just grew up together. One of the homies that's from the El Tikis, newsflash, he from Crenshaw Mafia. And he look, and he say, Wino, Lil Danny, he barely remember me. I'm looking like I knew who he was. I'm like, Zeke, what's up? I felt like I seen my favorite hero at that point. He looked, he said, hey man, what y'all doing over here on this side of town? Wino go to explaining, because Wino's mom is very close to Zeke's auntie. And let me tell you what Zeke do. Zeke look at all the Crenshaw Mafia dudes. It's like 15, 20 of them, 30 of them, I don't know. It was only 5 of us, and only 2 of us were real teenagers. The rest of us were young teenagers. Zeke say, check this out, y'all. These 3 right here, these boys like family to me. Y'all better not touch them. You know what they said? No problem, my nigga. And immediately punch one of the 7-4 cats right in the face. Pow! Now, I know what you're thinking. Did you guys jump in? What did Danny Boy do? What did Wino do? We fucking stood there. Yeah, we stood there right next to Zeke, basically holding his hand, as the 2 homies from 7-4 got pulverized. They tried to put them into the dryers. And the whole time, Zeke kept looking at us saying, y'all don't move. Don't get lost in the crowd. Stay right here. Because they beat the homies all the way out to Walsh House. They went running down the street. I mean, it was crazy. This is the end of episode 2. Get ready for episode 3. And get your popcorn out, because it only goes up from here. We are starting our first.
Hey, shout out to all of y'all. We're going to do episode 3. We're going to find episode 3. Here we go. Let's go.
This is episode 3 of Curve Servers. We got to finish where we left off at episode 2, when the D-Boys learned a severe lesson about moving around in communities with no awareness. You know what they call it nowadays? Zero community awareness. Let me put a little background on
Appreciate
the
that top shot.
See, the 7-4 hustlers, they wasn't no punks. No. See, now, there was 7-4 hustler number 1, then there was 7-4 hustler number 2. 7-4 hustler number 1, he was more of a hothead. Yeah, he was really focused on his get back. Yeah, he didn't care nothing about being a D-boy anymore. And to be honest with you, that was the last time I heard from 7-4 hustler number 1. He was in a rage. He came back one more time after that happened. He wound up leaving the crack house. 7-4 hustler number 2, he continued to come back, but he brought another one of his friends with him, 7-4 hustler number 3. The difference between 7-4 hustler number 1 and 7-4 hustler number 2, 7-4 hustler number 1, he was a hothead. He was focused on his get back. 7-4 hustler number 2, he was more methodical. He was like, I'm gonna make them pay. I just gotta figure out how. Enters 7-4 hustler number 3. I never forget. He was like, let's go get some food. We was like, we ain't going to get no food. Have you lost your mind? You know what's going to happen to us? Have y'all not just learned a lesson? He said, I'm driving. I got a car. He had a fresh IROC. So we all jumped in the car. This was the first time I ever heard this song. Because I remember, because he was bragging. He was like, yeah, Ice-T just released his new song. And we was like, who the fuck is Ice-T? Because we from the east side. We ain't never heard no Ice-T. 6 in the morning, police at my door. Yeah, y'all remember. Y'all know how I go. I remember being in the backseat of that IROC, being intrigued, having that juice flowing through my veins. We got our head bumping with 5 deep in a IROC, and we're playing Ice-T, 6 in the morning, freshly released. So if you want to check the date when Ice-T 6 in the morning came out, that'll kind of around put you the date of this story. We continue to hustle on weekends at the crack house with 7-4 hustler number 2 and 7-4 hustler number 3 filled in. Now, 7-4 hustler number 3, he lived near the main house, or what we used to call the big house. The big house was where the Jamaicans actually lived, right? We were just working in their crack house, but they actually lived in this place we called the big house. It was more off of Century and West Street. Outside with their flashlights like 6 in the morning. Just like the song, 6 in the morning, police at my door. This is the first time I've ever been scared being inside of the crack house. I never forget, we was already up because a cell came maybe like 45 minutes before that. Wino was like, hey, somebody's outside. I think it's the police. So of course, our spotter alarms are tingling. We all creeping, trying to look out the window without moving the curtain. You know how that go? We noticed the police out there with flashlights, but we don't make a move. At some point, the police leave. We're a little intimidated because we know the law is sniffing around the crack house. We make it back home. We talking about this among certain people in the community we trust. We telling them our experiences. They're telling us, hey, be careful. You guys are about to get raided. It was this song out that we used to love, The Battle Ram. You can't stop it, baby. The Battle Ram. See, the Battle Ram was a tank. And the LAPD would take a tank and they'd just roll it up on your line and roll right into your living room. We're starting to get a little nervous. But we ain't scared. We're just a little nervous. But we still catching that 117 every Friday back to 5th and Century. At some point, the police did hit the spot. And when they hit the spot that day, I must give credit to little Danny. See, Danny boy, he was very slick at hiding shit. And he found the cold stash spot where to hide the drugs at. So when the police came that day, and they didn't come like with the battle ram, but I ain't gonna lie, they had our attention now. So now we're telling the Jamaicans, hey, we're actually scared. We think the police is gonna come arrest us any minute, working inside your crack house. What you want us to do? Because the police wind up letting us go. They was questioning us on suspicions of, people around there selling drugs. Of course, we played it off like we're just some little kids. The Jamaicans was worried about us. They knew they had some down little workers, but they didn't want to take a chance of us getting arrested. They don't know if we're gonna squeal, if we're gonna tell it all. We're some youngsters. The Jamaicans do is they say, check this out. You're gonna come here and you're gonna start working in the big house. Yeah, see, we made it to the big time. We're starting to work in the big house. And we're starting to meet all kind of Jamaicans. Because we only knew the couple of Jamaicans that we knew through Jax and through Edie. These are how we met these Jamaicans. One of the Jamaicans is Jack's boyfriend, but we started working for Edie's boyfriend. Now, Edie's boyfriend took us to his house, which is the big house, which about maybe 5 Jamaicans lived there with their mother, an older lady at this time. They used to always say, Roz Clyde, Bumper Clyde, Roz Clyde. We'd be like, what the fuck does that mean? This was a different environment. This was an environment that we wasn't used to. See, we was from the east side and from the gutters, so we was used to poverty. We wasn't used to being around a lot of foreign gangsters. We see guns on New Year's Eve. Maybe if somebody's getting into a serious fight with somebody else, you may see a gun. Not in the big house. All these Jamaicans was carrying guns. It was normal to see one of these guys walk in, take their gun, and just slap it on the table. The big house was the first time that we hit the big stage. Real killers coming through there. Not like we used to on the block, some little kids that's playing tough. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some older kids that we grew up on the block that's some real dudes. And their characters will be introduced at a later time. Working in the big house, meeting foreign Jamaicans. Most of them don't even speak English because they were always talking with a very aggressive tone. And we were always getting warnings from different people in the family to be careful about this person or be careful about that person because, they're known to just pull out their gun and shoot you. We had to learn how to move in the big house. In the big house, this is the first time I was introduced to true fashion. The older Jamaicans that lived in the house, they kind of took a liking to us. They thought we had heart, right? They thought we had gusto. His name was Backman. And Backman was always carrying a pistol, but he had big money. And Backman thought, why are you guys sitting around here looking like bums? I do not understand. You work in here with us every weekend and you're looking like this. No one else in this house dresses like this. So Backman made it his important to him to make sure we was fly. See, this is the first time somebody ever made it important at least made it knowledgeable to me how important it was to be fly. When you're part of this game, you can't be walking around looking like a dirty D-boy. This was the lesson that Vac-Man was handing out. See, Vac-Man, he believed you look good, you feel good, you play good. Vac-Man was like, don't be sitting around here looking all crusty like some dirty-ass little East Side niggas. So Vac-Man took us shopping. He bought us brand new gear. Yeah, when we stepped back to the block, oh, it was obvious now. Wasn't no more hiding. Wasn't no more secrets. Everybody knew. These boys is fresh. These boys are Dougie. These boys are some D-boys. See, now stepping back on the block, everything was changing. Because people were looking at us like, man, where did you guys get this clothes? And who picked out this shit? Because we know you niggas ain't never heard of these name brands. What type of shoes are these you wearing? And to be honest with you, to this day, I don't remember the name of those name brands. I just remember we was looking good and a lot of people was peeping us out. This is the end of episode 3. Get ready. I'll be dropping episode 4 soon. And like I always say, get your popcorn ready.
Hey, shout out to sponsors at this session. We're going to
Curve Servers.
We're going to go to episode 4. Let me find it. 3. I know I saved them all. Hopefully everybody good, man. Here we go. That's episode 6. Oh, shit. I got to redo. I got to send 4 and 5 to myself. Yeah, hopefully everybody good, man. Hopefully everybody good. Let me, hold on. Give me a second, everybody. We're going to take a quick little music break while I get 4 and 5. But I'm only going to play
Servers, 4. Episode 2.
I'm only going to play 4.
Now, we got to go back and talk about the crack house. Yeah, the crack house.
I'm going to save...
Curve Servers, episode 2.
All right. I'm going to go get 4 and 5. I'm going to play 4, and then we're going to play 5 and 6 another day, man. I appreciate everybody here, man. Give me 1 second. We're going to take a quick little music break. Stop the screen share. Hopefully everybody good, man. Grand rounds of much love and respect to everybody. Let's go, man. Take a quick little music break while I find 4 and 5.
You know I go crazy. Ain't really Indian, that boy fugazi. I just keep it player, you can never play me. You got an ass so fat, girl, let's make a baby. And another one. Then I'm back to the trap, I'm trying to double some. She a bad woke chick and I love her tongue. We some jurisdiction boys, we some 101s. Look, don't compare me to no Martin dog, I'm like Malcolm X. Die about our freedom, we'll leave a cracker stretch. Round of applause, boy, you know we clapping text. Chucky dog, child play, yeah, nigga, that's what's next. Open up the cans just like Arizona. Pull up masked up like we got the Rona. We set up jurisdictions when we buy the corner. How you claiming that's your hood and you not the owner? Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep a Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the shit.
Like my niggas said, bitch, we the shit. I can't keep the peace. If it pop off, then I want a piece. I'm just on release. I'm in go mode, motherfucker. In these streets like EBT, when we at war, make peace with me. I don't give a damn, understand. Fuck who stole this land, white or black or tan. Understand, it's fuck who stole this land. Might have seen me get a little buddy these hands. He wasn't no abo man. A lot of these dudes is Sambo man. They full of shit like my ammo can. What they call an N-word out the wrong mouth as an ambulance. Wild Indian, get it in advance, or you can post date it. Ask around, I'm the most hated. Straight sacred, they stole acreage. Yo, ape shit, show ain't shit. It won't be televised. I don't take shit.
Be the B, I just pay need to leave. wild Indian up in my veins. You know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog. Just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep an Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the sheep.
I'm like a 40 cal spitting that Fuego. Now ask me how my day go. I guess this is the way it go.
Hey, shout out my brother. Anytime DJ, man.
I like my shooters overzealous. I break some bread with the fellas. Them bank tellers, only thing nigga tell us. See my prices just went up, it's on the high side. Your jewelry on the dry side, no drip. Piranhas versus the fly side. Better off from God's side. Black mob tie. I get you tired, get your mom tied. I check your life so I can slide. It's a homicide. I'ma forever shine, forever shine. I'ma
forever shine, forever shine. That's it right here. Shout out to Anytime DJ. Like I said, we're gonna play episode 4, and we're gonna wait till the next episode.
As the world turns, my words spread like germs. Stand on my two firm, first Jew that I learned. Quick on the jab, they call me Thomas Hitman Hearns. I pull up when you're trapped with the gat on my lap, big worm. Don't play with my emotions, Smokey, you'll get burned. Get your shit knocked to the curb, I just uttered the word. Old head stuck in his ways, what can I say? Dutch master, gorilla cookie, caught in my grave. I'm the best kept secret, possess no weakness. All gas, no brakes, face a fucking extremist. Lyrical lunatic, back on my bullshit. Swag like my dad in the ball, his gorgeous. Ain't nothing fucking with face. Only play when the risk is great. Stakes is high, face with that verbal ammo, that's word to wild. I'm the wild card, get called whenever's a problem. Big bro, green light you, then you become a talker. It's plain and simple. Self-contained, most dangerous member. Killer instinct like Cinder. Aim like Damian Lillard. I'm full of power, you can feel it.
I'ma forever shine,
I'm forever shine. Shout out my brother Anytime DJ.
I'ma forever shine.
We're gonna play episode 4 next. Let's go. Well, catch everybody up on most of the episode. I said, shout out my nigga Demon Time DJ, man. Hopefully everybody good, man. AB guy, Grand Rising, man. Flat motherfucking power to the Flat Power family, man. We're going to go over here to watch later. We're going to do episode number 4. Let's go, man. Hopefully everybody having a beautiful weekend. No, that's 2. Hold on. Okay.
I'm really talking about like me and Wino. Because Danny Boy, he's always had like his daddy in his life. So he was all right. But for us, oh no, this was a moment. When I say we got Dougie, we got some clothes, that just means that back man got us a pair of pants, a pair of shoes, and 2 pairs of shirts. Yeah, but to us, that was everything. We was Dougie. Before we went back to the big house, this is how we started getting our first major warnings to how you moving. The homie Maze walked up. Now, Maze, he's Winos, and he's all of our, like, within our little circle, our big homie. You know, the guy we look up to. He might have only been like 15, 16, something like that. But Mays was, who we kind of look up to. One of the guys. Mays was like giving us dire warning, especially Wino. Because Wino and Mays was tight. Me and Mays was cool, but Wino and Mays was really tight. Like, Wino was Mays' number one guy. He was like, under his wing. This is why Wino was claiming Great. Because he was always hanging with Mays, and Mays was from Great. Because his cousin was Shoat Dog. Mays is putting the pressure on Wino.
Shout out to Juice One. I see you out there, Juice. What's good, bro?
Over there with those Jamaicans and shit.
Keith Lamont, AB guy.
Be careful.
That's jazz.
Shit to start getting real. Now, while Mays was talking about this to Wino,
Enemies Public.
Wino was explaining.
Shout out, man. Shout out each and every one of y'all. My brother Executive Session gonna come in the chat also. Hold on, let me do a quick chat shout out, man. Shout out each and every one of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all support. Everybody that came through. Juice, Keith Lamont, AB Guy, Just J, Rumham, my brother Emmy's Public, shout out. My brother Charles Johnson, Nabi Poe, Tone B, what's good, Tone B, my love, my nigga. Real reclassified Black White Indians, reclassified music. Villia Five Nation. Who else came through? Mac B Production, Sharon Walker, T. Cortez, Monique, Vibrant Lord, my brother Charles Johnson, my brother P. Moses, Jose Malik OG, Tanya Renee, much love to each and every one of y'all, man. Yeah, man. What's good, man? Grand Rising. Talk to the motherfucking people, man. Yeah, we're gonna finish episode number 4.
We get over there working in the big house. I was getting to know some different Jamaicans. And along with that, there were like, of course, different Jamaican female relatives or friends of their family that was noticing us. And some maybe I would have been cool with us. This when May started getting red flag warnings. He was like, be careful, man. It's a culture over there, man. You don't know who else is dealing with or liking those girls, and you don't want to get shot. Yeah, you danger to walk in there and shoot you. Going to work back at the big house on weekends for the next weeks. We were nervous. We were watching our steps. We were watching our boundaries because we did not know who we were crossing just by having conversations. The English in this household was broken at best. Yeah, they all spoke Jamaican. And they got a little English. Most of the shit they say you can't understand. You just got some base understanding. The nigga we knew, yeah, he had a little more English. This is why I was able to live with him. But most of the regular guys could do, man, they didn't even attempt. They looked at us like we was crazy half the time, that we spoke English. That's the kind of situation it was. We'll get back to some of the deals inside the big house in future episodes. We're a little nervous at the big house, so we leave the big house. The stage is just too big. Let's be honest, the stage is too big. Wino, Danny Boy, and I'm following them. I don't have a decision process. Decision to leave the big house and go back to the
chat. We're gonna reshare this and start it over. Shout out to the sponsor, Executive Session. Let's start it over. Bam. Let me know if it's loud and clear. Put a 1 in the chat, everybody, please.
Curve, sir.
If it's loud and clear, put a 1 in the chat. Shout out.
The boys just got fresh. We've been fresh in a while. When I say we, I'm really talking about like me and Lionel. The dead boy, he's always had like his daddy in his life. So he was all right. But for us, oh no, this was a moment. When I say we got Dougie, we got some clothes. That just means that back man got us a pair of pants, a pair of shoes, and 2 pairs of shirts. Yeah, but to us, that was everything. We was Dougie. Before we went back to the big house, this is how we started getting our first major warnings to how you moving. The homie Maze walked up. Now, Maze, he's
thank y'all for those
Wino,
ones.
and he's all of our like
Tone 8455
within our little circle, our big
love
homie.
like
You know, the guy we look up to. He might only been like 15, 16, something like that. But Maze was, you know, who we kind of look up to. You know, one of the guys. Maze was like giving us dire warning, you know, especially Wino. Because Wino and Maze was tight. Me and Maze was cool, but Wino and Maze was really tight. Like, Wino was Maze's #1 guy. He was like, you know, under his wing. You know, this is why Wino was claiming great. Because he was always hanging with Maze, and Maze was from great. Because his cousin was Shoat Dog. Maze is putting the pressure on Wino. He's like, hey, you fucking around over there with those Jamaicans and shit. You know, you need to be careful. Shit can start getting real. Now, while Maze was talking about this to Wino, Wino was explaining how comfortable we were getting over there working in the big house, how we was getting to know some of the different Jamaicans. And along with that, there was like, of course, different Jamaican female relatives or friends of their family that was, you know, noticing us. And some maybe I would even say flirting with us, being cool with us. This is when Maze started giving red flag warnings. He was like, listen, be careful, man. You know, this is a different culture over there, man. You know, you don't know who else is dealing with or liking one of those girls, and you know, you don't want to get shot. Yeah, you don't want no Jamaican gangster to walk in there and shoot you. Going to work back in the big house on weekends for the next few weeks, we was a little nervous. We was watching our steps. We was watching our boundaries because we did not know who we were crossing just by having conversation with who. The English in this household was broken at best. Yeah, they all spoke Jamaican. And they got a little English. Most of the shit they saying you can't understand. You just got some base understanding. The nigga we knew, yeah, he had a little more English. This is why we was able to deal with him. But most of the regular guys coming through, man, they didn't even attempt. They looked at us like we was crazy half the time, that we spoke English. That's the kind of situation it was. We'll get back to some of the dealings inside the big house in future episodes. We're a little nervous at the big house, so we leave the big house. The stage is just too big. Let's be honest, the stage is too big. Wino, Danny Boy, and I'm following them. I don't have no decision making in this process. We make a decision to leave the big house and go back to the block for safety reasons. But now we stuck on the block with this game, and we back poor with nothing to do. All we have is these stories. Enters the homie Dirtbike. Dirtbike was hearing about the rumors of what was going on. Dirtbike also was from the El Tikis, right? And he knew people over here and had family over here because Dirtbike and Maze were related. Dirtbike came on the scene. What's going on here? I hear about you guys moving around with these Jamaican gangsters. We tell him about what was going on. Then he says, well, listen, well, be careful. And my suggestion to you is not to go back over there to that house because it can get dangerous and shit can happen to you young fellas. So Dirtbike went back on his way. Now, Dirtbike, he was known as a hustler from Watts. At this time, he was kind of doing what he was doing, moving in and out of Bakersfield, coming back to Los Angeles. Kind of hanging on the block a little bit, but sporadically because he was in the El Tikis and moving back to Bakersfield. So then Wino says, man, I got to get me a sack because I'm not going to sit around here broke. I got to figure something out. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get some money. So I say, nah, I can't do it right now. You know, because to be honest with you, it's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people that we grew up on these blocks with, up and down these blocks, that know us from young kids, and they're we don't want to lose the respect of the parents around the community because they're looking at us like, are you guys, what's going on? Are you guys in the paint? And we're still toting this line of being a child or a bad teenager. You know, we're on that bubble line. We're on both sides of the fence. But Wino's already decided, no, I'm going to be the bad teenager. I'm done with this. I want a sack. Now, like I said, Danny Boy had his daddy in his life. So he had a little bit, although he didn't live with his daddy, you know, came through and dropped a little bread on him and shit. Made sure he had clean clothes. You know what I'm saying? He had a cool little daddy. So he wasn't in a rush to get a sack. He was a little bit more excited to get out of that situation. I definitely didn't want a sack at this point. I was trying to play this role that I was just along for the ride. You know, I'm that kid. I'm just along for the ride. I wasn't even doing nothing in the drug house. I was just there, just watching them. You know, I'm just chilling. You know, I really don't want no part of that lifestyle. Them are the lines I'm selling to the people that's asking me questions. That's like, hey, check this out. What I'm hearing about you doing this over there. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just hanging. You know, ain't nothing like that. Nah. All right. Be careful how you moving, youngster. All right. I appreciate you, big dog. You know, because there was certain guys that was worried about me. We're going to talk about some of them guys too later. We're going to talk about Slick, Ben, my homeboy Jamsky. Yeah, we got some names we're going to bring through. We're sitting on the block, and the game throughout Los Angeles County is starting to ripple. On the major street, the boulevard, you can see crackheads. So now Wino is like, I have to get a sack. So Wino gets a sack. And he's the first person I saw on the block pushing crack. Dirtbike comes back. I mean, within a week, a few days of this, and he hears the rumors. There's certain parents that's gossiping to other parents saying, hey, that youngster over there, he's walking around on them corners and he's selling crack. But after a few days of this, Dirtbike, he's on Wino head. He's like, hey, what's going on, man? I heard you over here moving like a big dog. I was over there doing my thing. And, you know, it got a little weird over there. So, yeah, I'm over here now. So Dirtbike say, damn, all right. This is the beginning on how the Curve servers started. Dirtbike comes back, kind of puts his hustle down. Now, he's an older teenager, well-seasoned hustler. He has Wino underneath his wing. Maze, he decides to go to Bakersfield full time. for reasons we won't get into in these videos. No longer is Maze Wino #1 big homie. Maze is gone, moved to Bakersfield. Now, Dirt Bike is Wino's #1 big homie. And also, Danny Boy, with me, lurking in the wings. You know, he wasn't too excited about having me in his circle when they was doing whatever they was planning on doing about selling crack. Because he knew my family and he knew me, and he was like, listen, hey, come here. You too young, little homie. You can't be fucking around over here with us. You got to sit down there. Of course, I was heartbroken. I'm like, Dirt Bike, what you talking about? I was in the same Jamaican crack houses with them. What you mean? At this point, I wasn't even selling anything. I was just offended that he told me I couldn't be part of the crew. He said, man, you don't care who let you do what. You're too young. I was heartbroken. I got to move down the block. I can't sit over here because now Wino is accepted with the older teenagers. He's hanging out with older teenagers. The older teenagers, the other teenagers, they're not really selling crack yet, but they're all getting this understanding that Dirt Bike is going to put this hustle down. As time go by, weeks, maybe a month, there are clients starting to come over towards this boulevard because of the work of Wino and Dirt Bike. There's clients starting to venture away because on the major boulevard, oh, there's all kind of motels and clientele and all kind of things going on. But now we're starting to attract some people to come this way. I'm seeing it. Other people are seeing it. But nobody's really jumping out there in the game yet. One of my friend's parents said to me, I see you hanging around them older kids sometime. You don't have to go do all that. You can stay broke and starving and just go to school and do the best you can, and you're going to be just all right. And she motivated me to want to turn my back on the crew and just focus on school and to avoid the lure of this block, this excitement that's starting to bubble. To be honest with you, I was already far too deep socially, and I couldn't turn back now. I went to Dirt Bike one more time. This may be about 2-3 weeks. They starting to get the block. It ain't popping, but it's starting to get active. I say, hey, Dirt Bike, I want in. And you're too young, maybe in a year or so. You're too young. You're too young. Once again, I'm heartbroken. One of the older homegirls, her dude, he was from East Side Piru. He was from Ludus Park. This guy's name was Big Power. This nigga Big Power, you know, he's known us for years, watched us. In my eagerness, I walked down to Big Power spot. Now, Big Power stayed about a block up the street. So I walk down there, I knock on Big Power door. Big Power opened the door, he looked at me. He said, hey, what's up? I said, hey, Big Power. He said, what's up, my little nigga? Talk to me. What's going on? Somebody fucking with you? I said, no, nothing like that. I need to get a 25 double up. He looked at me so strange. He stepped out the door and he looked to the left, to the right, like he was looking for the police. He said, what you say to me, boy? I said, I need a 25 double up. He said, man, you too young, man. I'm not giving you nothing, man. What you talking about, man? I said, man, come on, man. You know I've been working in them little trap houses for the Jamaicans. It's too hot over there, man. It's dangerous. So I tried to get a Dirt Bike. Dirt Bike told me I'm too young. But I'm looking at him like, bro, I'm already moving. I'm already working. I'm already knee deep. I'm pleading my case to Big Power. He says, damn. You really with it, huh? He said, I could see the fire in your eyes. I'm poor, man. We don't have nothing. From all that work I did, all I got left is $25. That's it. A pair of shoes, a pair of jeans, and a couple of shirts. He says, all right, I tell you what, I'm going to do this for you. But this come out your mouth. That I gave your young ass this, my fire dimmed a little bit. Because this was a real certified dude. I said, come on, big power. I won't let you down. He said, all right, I'm going to fuck with you. I'm on. I got my first sack that I bought with my own money, and I'm finna hit the block. And nobody know where I got it from. See, back then, where you got your sack from, keeping it a secret, was everything. Because I didn't quite know where Wino, Dirt Bike, was getting their sack from. I'm on the block now. I got a 25 double up and don't nobody know it. This is the end of episode 4 of Curve Servers. Curve Servers, episode 5. I'm on the block. I got my first double up. A $25 double up from Big Power. He told me to keep my mouth shut so nobody knows where I'm getting the sack. I got to figure out, how am I going to get on the block? I don't really want the bigger homies to know, like, I got a sack because, you know, I'm not part of their crew. I don't want certain parents to know because I'm still young. You know, I'm still figuring out what I got to do. The first thing I do is I loop in my tight crew, the boys I kind of hang with on a daily when I'm not hanging with the bad kids. I get right to my homeboy Murdoch, my homeboy Ken Dog, my homeboy Jonas, and my homeboy Skiwee. I let them know. I said, hey, check this out. I got a $25 double up. I'm about to start pushing on the block. Skiwee immediately say, yeah, hey, I ain't mad at you. You know, I can't participate because, you know, my mama gonna trip because Skiwee moms, she don't play. My homeboy Ken Dog, he's like, yeah, I'm down. What we gotta do? Let's get some money. But really, Ken not really down because his stepdaddy's in his life and his stepdaddy don't play. His mama, she don't play, but she don't have as much control as Ken Dog. But his stepdaddy, oh yeah, he don't play. So Ken, he just fronting. Now Jonas, he was like a little bit of the choir boy within the crew. Yeah, he went to church a lot. He was clear that, hey man, listen, I ain't gonna run around, I ain't gonna rap, I ain't gonna tell nobody what's going on. But you know damn well I can't participate in selling no crack. No way, no how. My boy Murdoch looked at me, he said, man, what you talking about? Let's do what we gotta do. Give me half that shit. Just tell me what we gotta do. The first thing we gotta do, we gotta figure out who the crackheads that nobody around here don't know, so we don't have everybody in our business. So we said, let's push down to the other end of the block, down by the donut stand. The homies don't hang down there too much. We can find some crackheads down there that's not familiar with the homies. Me, Murdoch, Ken Dog, Skiwee, and Jonas, this was a no-go for them. They stayed right there on the block. They was like, no, we can't travel down there to the end of that block because, yeah, it's going to be like, what y'all down there doing? I'm like, man, we're gonna be down by the donut shop. You know, we're going to go play Super Mario Brothers. You know, that's going to be our undercover. Skiwee and Jonas knew better, which was a great decision for them. But Ken Dog, Murdoch, and myself, we're pushing to the other end of the long block, away from the bigger homies, so we can establish ourselves on the block, on the edges of the block. The first night, nothing went well. We didn't make any money because we really wasn't getting out there. We was trying to hide behind some cars, keep away from parents. We wasn't ready to get on the main stage. We was nervous. But the next day, I got up bright and early. I started walking all the way down the boulevard, around the corner, the main street. It was hot. It was police moving around. A lot of faces I wasn't familiar with, older, gangsters. Quickly, I found myself going back around to the block I was more familiar with. I just played it off, hanging out, acting like nothing's up. I'm broke. I don't have nothing. Eventually, later that night, I make my first sale. Yeah, I got my first sale. It was a $10 sale. I was sitting down towards the end of the block by some cars. Me and Murdoch, we was by ourselves. We was chilling. Someone that looked like it was a possibility that could have been a crackhead was walking down the street, and we just shot him in the line. Hey, we got that. He said, you got what? You got that. What you saying? Let me see. I broke out the sack. I showed him the little white rock. His eyes got big. You can tell I piqued his interest. He said, well, how much for that? I said, $10. He said, here you go. And he took off walking the other way. Me and Murdoch were so excited. We D-boys on the block. We don't just got a pack. We out here making money. A few days go by. Other kids, that's not part of the older kids, but that's a little bit older than us. They're starting to notice us hanging down towards the other end of the block. What we had to do to play it off, we had to push down around the corner on the avenue. See, in the avenue, another crew of our childhood friends, this is another crew that stayed around the corner on the avenue, they were starting to become D-boys too. And two of these boys I went to elementary school with, so I was really tight with. One of them is my homeboy, Lips. Lips is a wild young boy. Straight hustler, he's about the bread. He's about whatever. Me and him is like best friends in elementary. I push around the corner to Lips. I'm like, hey, Lips, I'm over here on my block. We pushing that whoop. We serving that crack. My big homie got a sack too, and we been around here pushing that crack too. I said, Lips, you lying. He said, yeah. The homie just got a sack, and he just introduced it to a couple of us. Most of the homies don't know, but a couple of us, we already stepping off the porch. So now I'm hanging around the corner with the boys on the avenue, back and forth from the avenue, coming back to the block. Because I'm trying to avoid certain parents on my block and certain older homies. Dirt bike notice. Dirt bike roll up on me. Hey, let me holler at you. Hey, what's going on? I heard you down there on the corner. I said, yeah, I got a sack. He said, man.
Hey, shout out to the executive session, the sponsor. We're going to finish this up. He's doing episode number 7 tonight. But we're going to get together. I'm going to get together with executive session probably next week. And we're going to have him on a panel when we do 6 and 7. So, yeah, shout out to all of y'all, man. You already know, man. I'm going to get with my brother executive session in the chat. And we're going to, next week, we're going to do 6 and 7. And I'm going to have him on the panel. So, yeah, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Much love and respect. Juice, Enemies Public, Mac V Productions, everybody in the house, man. We're going to finish this one up. Then we're going to be on it next week. So let's go. Shout out to sponsor.
And then I tell you was too young. I said, no, you told me I was too young to hang with you guys. Now I already got my sack. He said, check this out. Watch your tone. Quickly. I got it together. I had to remember who I was talking to. I said, check this out, Dirtbite. I already got a sack, man. And I don't want to be down here. I'll be down there at the avenues chilling with them. He said, man, that's even more dangerous. He said, if you're going to do that, come on down here towards us where I can teach you how to do it right. This is the first time Dirtbite let me come down and hang with the older homies on the block. Although I was happy to be accepted into the crew, I had to let Dirtbike know. I'm down there with Lips them. He says, all right, be careful. I know them your little friends. But it can get dangerous, especially with the police starting to snoop around here. We didn't have regular police. We had sheriffs. So it was very important to take this game very serious. I'm hanging on both sides of the block. I'm hanging over with the homies on the avenue, and I'm hanging on the boulevard. And I'm looking so young, can't nobody really tell what I'm doing. And Lips too. Lips is very young. And let me tell you something. The boys on the avenue, they didn't start as early as we started, but not too long after we started, yeah, they was over there pushing crack too. Yeah, they were early crack boys or D-boys early in the game over on the avenue. Not quite as early as us, but they was making their moves early too. As I ventured back around to the block, I noticed it ain't just Lil Wino and Dirt Bike pushing this crack. Now I see Slick got a bag, Ben got a bag, Jap got a bag. I seen my homeboy Jamsky with a bag. These were no longer just some guys hanging outside, talking neighborhood shop. No, there was a motive to the madness now. At this point, when I start venturing down there with the homies, one thing I noticed, they were all taking turns. When nobody jockeying for a sale, when nobody running up saying, hey, no, everybody, they took their time and they said, hey, it's your turn. Whoever turn it was, this is how they decided who was going to approach the crackhead. And if you got to make a $10 sale, a $50 sale, a $5 sale, it was all the same. It was like fishing. You throw your fishing pole in the water and you see what you pull out. Well, around on the avenue, no, them boys didn't have that type of discipline. No, it was more of a everybody for themselves. When I went around there, they were all kind of run up to the customer, 2 or 3 of them at one time, trying to out-sell each other. See, around on the boulevard, them boys, they had more discipline. That was a no-go. Around on the avenue, oh, that was normal. It was normal for 2 or 3 of them to run up to the car because the car pull up. And they thought it was like a friendly competition. The boys on the boulevard, they never looked at it like that. It was more like a family business. I'm not making no money. I'm making just enough to eat and get that 25 double up again. As I'm starting to hang on the block, there is a little bit of a shift. When it gets dark, and I'm not talking about when the sun first goes down, what we call sunset. No, I'm talking about many hours after that. 9, 10, 11 o'clock. There's no more youngsters hanging around. No, there's nobody in my crew outside. Ken Dog got to be in the house. Skiwee, he's not even hanging down at the end of the block. Jonas is going in the house the minute it gets sunset. Murdoch, he can hang outside a few hours after sunset, but about 8 o'clock, yeah, his mama making him go in the house too. See, this one hanging with the older homies was starting to get a little different. They're gonna cut you out the cell. Yeah, they're gonna take turns with each other and they're gonna look at you like, what are you doing here? You can hang out with us, but you're not part of the rotation. So you're hanging out late night with the older homies, they cut you out of the rotation. You just hanging to be hanging. So I venture around to on the avenue because Lips, he was the only other youngster that I knew that could stay out late and didn't have no curfew. In junior high, Lips and me, we didn't have no curfew. We was hanging out with the big boys. I used to go around the avenue, I see Lips, his big brother Mums. He would be out there on the block. Wasn't no youngsters on my block hanging out though. The next youngster closest to my age that was hanging out on the block, and he was 2 or 3 years older than me, was Lil Wino. Lil Wino was hanging on the block. He's an original curve server. He was out there. He was out there with Ben and Jamsky and Slick and Jap. Yeah, he was out there with them. I was out there, but I wasn't part of the rotation. So what I would do, I would start, always walking down to the 24-hour hamburger stand. It was located on the main boulevard. You get a lot of traffic at weird hours of the night. And that would be my way of creeping. What we would call back in those days, we'd call it short stopping. I would try to short stop. And I'd try to catch one of the crackheads walking past as I was just hanging out down there to get a little ice cream, a milkshake, you know, some french fries. You know, just go down and order some simple crackheads walking towards the block. And you show stop. You say, hey, where you going down there? I got it right here. You don't have to make that trip for the extra half a block. I'm right here. Show stopping, that's a very dangerous game. See, I didn't know this originally. I just got tired of being cut out of the rotation. I didn't even know it was called short stopping. But I learned this real quick. I learned lessons about why you don't short stop. This is the end of episode 5. Episode 6 is coming soon.
Hey, shout out to sponsor, Executive Session. Like I said, look for episode 7 tonight, but we're gonna do 6 and 7 next week. So look for me and Executive Session to replay 6 and 7, talk about it, and put the link out. Shout out to the day one sponsor, Executive Session. As always, love and respect to all the sponsors. Y'all know what we doing over here. We networking. So I appreciate everybody that tap into the network. You got some music you want me to promote, a channel you want me to promote. It's all love, man. That's what we do over here. Shout out to the network. Y'all know who you are. We're going to close it out with my nigga Dangerous. And like I said, I'm going to keep the channel active. So much love to each and every one of y'all. My nigga Sanchez Live, put your comment in.
Behind the bars. You feel me?
Now you talking with
The goddess of love, hey. The goddess of love, love.
Now you talking with
The goddess of love, hey. The goddess of love, love.
Now you talking with
The goddess of love, hey.
Yeah, shout out to Executive Session, you,
Now you talking with
Mac V Production, Navi Poet, The Enemy Public, Rum Hand, Keith Lamont, Tone, Wale, Gas Man, AJ, AB the God, Black Motherfucker Power, top shot of my brother Wolf, Charles Johnson,
Greatness walked in the building, I did you miss me? Flat earth don't mean niggas live on the frisbee. Niggas still believe in religion and watch suffering. Niggas put their faith in a system that don't fuck with them. Black gloves cover my hands, committing homicide. Memories plotting revenge, it left me traumatized. Coming from the bottom and trying to get to the upper side. The greatest motivation in life, watching my mother cry. Big corporations still consider it slaves. Freedom got a price, they call it minimum wage. The money make predators, these descendants that pray, but we ain't never done. New beginnings await. If you ain't fucking with me now, you really think I need y'all? The roller coaster ride of life, it's kinda like a seesaw, but when you get to this view, everything could seem small. It even got these bitches diving mouth first to these balls. Man, shit change when I get in the V, cause I just let my ego drive when I sit in the seats. I mean, I used to be a bummy nigga, simple and clear. Then I cleaned up and turned into the pimp of the year. Any nigga harming a child is a terrorist. Niggas still believe in the book. Need a therapist, you fly, but you catching the bus. This shit embarrassing. Quick to say you stacking them bucks. This shit hilarious. Niggas thought homie was soft, but he a block nigga. Quiet ones always let off. You gotta watch niggas. Legend is 12 was thirsty and tried to stop niggas. Same cat, him and his mans turned into cop killers.
Poison Puppet, appreciate you, Poison Puppet. My brother Roger W, always love and respect, man.
Waiting for them, armed with an AR-15 assault rifle.
Hey yo, the chosen one, light-skinned nigga, yeah, the golden one. Father to the fire with this shit, I control the sun. Niggas did the double cross thing, got his ball sling, put the barrel under his chin and made his thoughts ring. But fuck the government, the way that it stands. Every branch attached to it, all the way to Japan. I hope niggas break from it any way that you can. It only take a few steps to walk away from the plan. Shit, I hope niggas wake up, learn we gotta win. School shooting made the news, they turning it to a trend. They wanna keep you dumb and blind. Voting for your favorite crooks, always for the lesser evil, never for the greater good. Can't sleep, one eye open like a cyclops. Can't believe none of they truth. This shit is psyops. The sunset, the sunrise, good morning turn to goodbyes. Meeting at the funeral service, that's when the love dies. Father kills 2-year-old, now that's a monster. Woman shot her husband on live, he need a doctor. Homie didn't make it, of course. See, that's that girl lost. She did that in front of their kids, and the world saw. It's been a few years in this world, been on some crazy shit. Desensitized the mind, they made this shit exist. I'm just trying to tell you the truth, that's the way it is. Hood Politics Part 4, my name Dangerous.
Hey, shout out to the sponsor, Dangerous Music. And like I always close out, if nobody told y'all they love y'all, I love y'all, man. Power to the motherfucking people. Flat motherfucking power. I will be back. Peace.